Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different because I don't actually have a script for this video, so I might be all over the place. But the reason for that is just because for the subject matter of this video, I felt like I'd be able to get my point across better with kind of a stream of consciousness rather than doing a full detailed thought out script. I just felt like that would be too sterile, and I wanted you guys to be able to see where I was kind of with this whole situation and why I am making this decision. So getting straight into it, if you are not a patron, you might not already know, but despite me plugging it so much in the last two videos, I'm actually going to be putting the Patreon on pause. So I'm not going to be deleting anything. Everything that's currently up, so I'm pretty sure if you were a previous patron, if I put it on pause, you should be able to go back and look at stuff. I'm not 100% certain on that, don't hold me to it, but it is going to be on pause. Probably I'll be pausing it on the 23rd-ish, sometime this week. I'm giving it a few more days so that you guys who are current patrons can go and grab the digital download and whatever other stuff is on there, like line arts and stuff that you guys might want to grab, can go and do so, but after that I am going to be putting it on pause. So why am I doing that? The reason that I decided to put the Patreon on pause is because I don't want to say it's because of art block purely. I've had art block many times before, and never did that have me force me into putting the Patreon on pause or anything like that. I was always able to bust stuff out. But recently, with the amount of commissions that I've been getting, which I'm super grateful for, I will not be pausing commissions or taking slots or anything like that for those, just because I usually make a lot more from commissions than I do from Patreon, despite doing way more work from Patreon, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But basically, I've been getting a lot of commissions, and I've been putting a lot of focus on commissions and getting those done, and I've also just been having a lot of fun with those. Whereas I started noticing recently with Patreon, it was becoming less of a thing that was like, oh, I'm so excited to work on this, I'm so happy with these characters that I made for the stickers, or this print is so cute. It started becoming a thing where I was like, I have no time to do this, I need to hurry up and come up with an idea, and then I need to sketch and finish that idea whether I like it or not. And I also started noticing that my art style in general, I haven't really been too happy with it. I noticed that as I'm working on commissions, I'm like, man, I really don't like how this eye looks. I've been really struggling with eyes lately. So I was like, man, I really don't like how this eye looks. I really wish I had time to go and practice and do some eye studies, but I don't, because the minute that I finish a commission, I have to go and start another commission, or if I'm not, if my commission queue's going steadily, then I have to turn around and immediately go and work on Patreon, and it's just not been a good workflow, if that makes sense. I've just been going back and forth between Patreon commissions, Patreon commissions, Patreon commissions, so I don't really have time to sit down and do things like studies or try a new medium. I have hardly touched my traditional supplies in probably the entire year, whereas it used to be I would, occasionally I'd do like a Copic piece, and then I would do a digital art piece, and then I might do a commission, and then I would do Patreon stuff, and now it's just like digital, commission Patreon, ballpoint pen sketch for a commission. So as much as I love doing commissions and loved doing Patreon, I feel like Patreon has become not only like less fun, but also less substantial. So I don't have many patrons at the moment, which is fine, but I do a lot of stuff on Patreon. I've been doing 2 stickers and a print and a digital download and line art and behind the scenes sketches and stuff, and it's so fun. But right now, it's not worth the workload. I'm doing like hundreds of dollars worth of work that also I don't like the end result of. for $15 a month, which is fine. Again, when I had time, I loved doing it regardless of how much I was making from Patreon. But at the moment, if my art style is suffering, if I'm not happy with the work that I'm putting out, because part of it too as well, since I don't like how my art is coming out, I don't really like that I'm having to post it to Patreon, because I want to give you guys stuff that I like, stuff that I'm proud of the end result. And right now, for the last 3 or so months, I have not been proud of the end result. I might be proud of one of the rewards here and there, but a lot of it, I look at it and it irritates me so much. I see it and I'm like, ooh, I like physically cringe, because I'm like, I really am not happy with this piece. And I know that, you know, as the artist, I have a different perspective than, you know, my audience might see a piece that I really hate and go, but that's good. I like that. But the fact of the matter is, if I dislike it and all of my creating artwork is filled with like this feeling of, I hate this, I don't like this drawing, then I don't want to show it to you guys, but I have to, because I have to get it out at the end of the month. So yeah, I think for the time being, the Patreon is going to be on pause. And like I said, or at least I think I said, I'm not going to be deleting anything. Everything's going to be up. It's just going to be paused. And I might unpause it in the future. I don't know if that's going to be far off in the future or if that's going to be in the near future. But at least for now, I want to give myself some time to kind of get out of this art block, improve my style to a point where I actually like creating art again. And then maybe when I come back, I might restructure how I do the Patreon, because right now I feel like I've also kind of been in a loop with the themes and stuff. I feel like because I, you know, give you guys a choice between 2 themes every month, it's been kind of hard, because every month I'll be like, oh, I could do this, but I already did that, you know? Sometimes I'll have my husband come up with we'll popcorn ideas for what I could do for a theme, and he'll name something and I'll be like, I did that, and he'll be like, how about this, and I'll be like, I did that. So I think the structure of it as far as theme wise might go away, and I might just create something, and maybe it will be based on a theme, but maybe there won't be any like voting in between the two. Maybe I'll just be creating what I want to create, kind of like how I did at the beginning of my Patreon, back when it was like I would pick a theme every month, and it was usually related to the month. So like for mermaid, it was mermaids, but it's not gonna be like that for this. I pick the theme. I'm, you know, posting stuff that I like, but probably other than that, everything should remain the same as far as how many rewards go. The tiers are gonna be the same. The theme of the tiers, so like the tea and stuff, is probably gonna be the same. And yeah, I think just for now, until I get a better handle on my style and how I view my artwork, and give myself some time to experiment, get back into my groove on things, then afterwards I will probably unpause the Patreon. So if you're worried about, you know, losing the subscription, it's not going to charge you every month while it's paused. So if you are worried about that, don't be. It's not going to charge you while it's paused. But once it's unpaused, it'll just remain, you know, it'll keep doing the same subscriptions as far as I'm aware. So if you're worried about losing that, don't. It's still going to be there when I decide to come back. And then if you want to support me on Patreon but are sad because the Patreon is going to be paused, there are of course other ways to support me. I've got a coffee page, or Ko-fi, I'm not sure. I say coffee because they say to buy you a coffee. But yeah, I have a coffee. I have, you know, the basic Cash App, PayPal, Venmo stuff. I of course have my commissions. I have my Etsy shop. If you guys, oh well, by the way, everything is still going to be on sale, but only for 2 more days. Actually, 1 more days, as you guys are watching this video. I think this should go up on the 21st, so the 21st today as you're watching, and tomorrow are the last day for like most of my shop to be 70% off. So if there's anything that you want from there, go and grab it now, because otherwise it's going to be full price again soon. Also, speaking of the shop, even though I will be pausing the Patreon, shop updates are not going to stop. I'm not going to be posting at the same volume. Obviously, there's not going to be like a theme to the drops. There's not going to be like 2 stickers up per inch to download every single time that I upload. But I might do a shop update where it's like, I know I have a couple of originals that I want to put up soon. They're like old stuff that I did for the YouTube channel, but I do have intentions to start on a piece that's potentially going to be a keychain, so I might have a keychain drop soon, and you know, if I draw anything that I like and I want to put it up on the shop, it's going to be up on the shop as a printer, as a download, or as an original, you know, whatever. So shop updates are not necessarily going to stop. It's just they're going to be probably more inconsistent. You know, some might be, I made something, it's up on the shop the day that I make it, or maybe, you know, 2 weeks after I make it, I decide to put it up on the shop, or, you know, just definitely more inconsistent or irregular than the ones at the end of the month. I do believe I have 2 more of those left. I have the April rewards from last month that will be going up at the end of this month, at the end of May, and then I'll have May rewards obviously going up at the end of June still, because I did still create obviously rewards for May, so those will be going up in June, but those will be the last 2 Patreon drops for now, and then that's when updates will be a little more irregular. In fact, in June I might put some stuff up before then. In May, it's just gonna be at the end of the month, since it almost is the end of the month. But yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with that. I'm definitely sad that I'm pausing the Patreon, because I know that when I'm in a better mind space with my creating and things like that, that I used to sit down and go, I'm so excited to make Patreon, I love making stickers, I love doing this, I loved working on Patreon. But right now, when I feel like everything that I draw is not good, and everything that I want to experiment with, I can't, because I don't have any time. It's frustrating. So I feel like Patreon is the best way. It's going to be the least damaging to my bank account way to put that on pause, because again, I am still trying to move out at the end of the year. If it wasn't for that, I probably would have just taken less commissions and continued to do Patreon, but because I'm trying to move out, I need commissions. As much as I hate to say it, because I do love making Patreon stuff. I love getting to talk to you guys on there and stuff. It's a lot easier for me to put the Patreon on pause and come back when I feel like I'm in a better headspace, in a better workflow. So hopefully you guys understand. I imagine you guys will, because you're super, super nice, and I love all of you, and none of you have ever been mean to me. So if this makes you mad, I hope it doesn't. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love you guys so, so much. Oh, one more thing I do want to mention. The Discord is still going to remain up. I don't know how pausing the Patreon is going to affect the Discord roles. So if there's any discrepancies or oddities in there, I just won't be posting in the Patreon only chat and in the bi-monthly crit chat until I unpause the Patreon. If I think the one patron that is in there posts some stuff in there, that's fine. But I won't be active in those chats, since it's not necessarily, I don't want to say it's not fair, but like, you know, the Patreon's paused, so I'm not going to touch the Patreon only chat stuff in the Discord. But I'm still going to talk on Discord, because it's that Patreon exclusive. Everybody can join the Discord. I know a couple of you recently joined, so hi. Sorry I'm so inactive on there. I really forget Discord exists until I get a notification from like a group chat that I'm in that is particularly juicy, and I have to see what... Speak of the devil, to see what's going on. I don't know if you guys heard my phone just dinged after I said that. But yeah, if I see something that's particularly interesting that pops up on the group chat, I click it, and then I remember, oh yeah, I have a Discord server. I go in there and I talk to you guys. You guys have some banging art, by the way. Like, oh my gosh. Every time y'all post in the art chats, I'm like, what? Why? What? You guys are so good. So keep doing that. Keep posting your art in there, because it's dope. I love you guys. Anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble. Like I said, I hope you guys understand the pause for the Patreon. I'm hoping it won't be long. I hope it's not gonna be like years and years that this is paused. I hope it's just gonna be for a couple of months until I get myself sorted. But yeah, until then, thank you guys so much. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.